All right, everybody. It looks like we got a little cut off during part one. So I want to welcome you back to part two. Let's come on into the room. Let's go. We're going to make this quick. Come on. The enemy will not win. We finna get this word out. Let's go.
The Debt Demolisher TV with Sophia Melone.
Okay, everybody. Welcome back. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can see me, because technology is just not trying to let a sister be great. But the enemy shall not win. Okay? Can you hear me? Let me see if I can just test this out myself. Okay, everybody, welcome back. All right, I think we back. My Lord. Okay, we back. I think we back. So everybody, I want to welcome you guys back. This is going to be a short conversation. I'm literally going to fly through this because of the video being cut off, and I was literally talking that entire time. So with me talking that entire time, yeah, I don't even remember where I left off at. But oh Lord, I tell you, it's always something. But we are going to not let this be a distraction. So let's jump right into it. If y'all come in. Okay. So I was going over 199 and all of the lessons and all of the takeaways and things from 199. He talked about investing in yourself, how important that is. One of the exercises that I was sharing was that I want you guys to really think about the ways in which you invest in yourself. So at the top of page 199, he said, investing in yourself may get you recognized before you even have to ask. And one of the things that I was thinking of as I was reading this part was that we may say that we're investing in ourselves, but that way that we think that we're investing in ourselves, or that way that we only acknowledge that we're investing in ourselves, is by it being tangible, meaning it being monetary. But there are multiple ways that you can invest in yourself. So you can invest in yourself through time. You invest in yourself not financially as well. You invest in yourself spiritually. You invest in yourself emotionally. You invest in yourself physically. All of these capacities. But how often do we actually take a record of the ways in which we invest in ourselves? So I wanted you to have this exercise as a way to just kind of recall and be honest with yourself. What are the ways in which I invest in myself? And make a full list, literally make a full list of the ways in which you invest in yourself. He says that we have to be careful of asking for help. And also we have to be careful of who we ask, because the person who we may ask may not even be able to give help. And they may give you the help with a snare. And that is not what we want. He's also saying that we have to watch and learn. The Lord just gave me a revelation. Sidebar. The Lord just gave me something, because when we were on the first live stream, I don't even know where we cut off. I don't even know where we cut off. I was talking for so long, and I was telling y'all to put something in the chat, and I wasn't seeing any movement. And so I was like, well, are people still here? So something said, pull up your web browser and go to your YouTube page and see if you're still live. And that thing said that it cut off at 18 minutes. I said, so you mean to tell me that I was talking all of that time? So I don't even remember where I was, but the Lord just gave me something. He said to continue where I was, and then I'll figure out a way to merge it. Okay, y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here. Thank y'all so much for coming back. Appreciate it. So this was taking me to the quote of the day. So with the quote of the day, Tony Gaskins says, make sure you teach something daily so that on your last day, you will have left everything behind you. One thing we have to realize when it comes to our life is that regardless of what we do, regardless of our makeup, we all have something to teach. There is something that's happening in our life, or there's something that we have encountered that we have a responsibility to teach and share with somebody else. So even if you feel like, oh, well, I don't have anything to teach, I don't have this, I don't have that, but somebody needs to know your message. Somebody needs to learn from you. So what Tony Gaskins said on page 199 is basically reminding us not to let anything die in front of us, not to let anything die in front of us, or not to let anything die inside of us. And instead, we have to make sure that we're teaching something daily so that on your last day, you will have left everything behind you. You will have left everything behind you. He says, what can you teach that another human never taught you? Think about it. That's another exercise. Hold on. What's going on now? Lord have mercy. Okay, no, it's showing that it's up. All right, it's up. We good. Okay. So he says, what can you teach that another human has never taught you? Whatever that is how you should be teaching. That's what you should be teaching. He says, don't just regurgitate the things that you've heard. Find a deeper lesson from that. Dig deeper and find the lesson from the life that no one ever spoke out of their mouth to you. Amen. Amen. Let's go into jumping into chapter 18, the indie life. So I'll be honest, when I first read the chapter title, I didn't know what to expect. I was like, what's an indie life? Like, I'm thinking it's some type of, I don't know. I was like, what's indie life? And I didn't get it until I started reading the chapter. And I was like, oh, independent. Oh, independent life. So he started to talk about being independent and what that looks like. So the indie life is essentially independent. And I'm on page 202. And it was a section in the middle of page 202. I circled this and I'm not going to regurgitate it. I'm just going to let you know that this piece is the secret sauce. And you might want to take a look at it, especially if this is something that you're trying to do when it comes to the authorship side of things. So if you are looking for a strategy, the middle of page 202 is going to be your best friend. Right underneath that, he says, as an independent, you can build your own brand. You can build it, and you can build it on your own terms. He says you can design your own plan and implement your own strategies. He says if you sign with a major company from day one, you have no leverage whatsoever. He says some major, meaning major publicists and stuff like that, they want it like that in all of the industries. He says it gives them more leverage and they can build you and reap the benefits from every stage of your growth. Every stage of your growth. Pick that up. So this goes into, what do you call it? Agents, PR, having agents, representatives, and record labels and all of that kind of stuff. They can essentially benefit from you when you reach your highest stage as well. So I thought that was powerful. He also said on page 203 that if you have the talent, then you're going to be able to eat either way. Even if you don't have the support of the majors. If you have the talent, you're going to be able to eat even as an independent artist. Amen. He says, if you don't have the talent, then that way you're going to flop either way. He says, but if you're independent long enough, then you get to do enough work to show the majors that you're good at what you do. And not only that, you're the best at what you do. I'm going to add that. This part was a message. He said, the bottom line is you have to be willing to walk. So what he's saying is, if you are in negotiations, because we know that business is about negotiations as well. So if we're in business and we have some form of, and what's the word I'm looking for? If we have some form of agreement that's on the table or potential agreement that's on the table, you don't always have to take that deal. So he's saying that we have to be willing to walk away. He says you don't have to know. You have to know what you know and know what you will and won't do. You know what you know. Share what you know. Even when ain't nobody watching. Even when it seem ain't nobody listening. Share what you know. That's what he said in the video. A mind shift that will change your life. Tony Gaskins' video. I'm going to drop that in the comments to link the video for you guys if you haven't seen it yet. He also says don't compromise your value. Don't compromise your morals. And most certainly don't compromise your beliefs. So don't compromise your beliefs. Then, of course, as we continue to read the remaining of the pages, he started to go and talk about the different types, guy A and guy B. When I read through it, I was like, oh, guy A is Tony Gaskins. Guy B is the people who get the majors to represent them or whatever the case may be. So he said that guy A is independent, talented, and knows what he wants. So I want to point this out because I think it's extremely important that we be absolutely clear on what we want. And it can seem like a simple question, you guys, but it can be so hard to answer. I've asked this question several times, like across the board. You know, I've asked it to clients. I've asked it to my pre-coaching clients before I even started, like before all of this stuff kind of turned into what it is. When I was just helping people and meeting with them every other week, we would talk about these very things. Like, what do you want? Like, what do you aspire? Why do you even want to be debt free? Like, what is the purpose? How is this going to, like, what role is this going to play in your life outside of just money? And even with friends, I pose the question to. I pose the question inside of my financial goal setting course. It's one of the core reflection questions that's in the question bank. And it's a common question, but it can be so hard to answer. So it's important that we know what we want and be absolutely clear on what we know. Because when you are clear on what you want, because when we are clear on what we want, then that's when we can set the intention. I don't know if you guys heard Dr. Cindy Trim's intention series. She did an intention series not too long ago, and it was so good. Like, y'all, it was so good. But she did an intention series that was extremely powerful. And she talked about how that's where it starts, like just being clear. Because if you don't know what you want, if you don't even know what you're aiming at, you can't even set the intention for it. Because it's not going to be a frame of reference. It's not going to be something that you're actually trying to seek after. So she was talking about that. And Tony Gaskins is mentioning it here as what he was saying, that he knew what he wanted. So you have to know what you want without a shadow of a doubt. And you have to not only know what you want, you have to be very clear on why you want it. Why do you want this? Why do you want to be debt free? Why do you want to buy that house? Why do you want that new car? Why do you want to be married? Why do you want to have children? Why do you want to have a platform with influence? Why do you want to be an author? Why do you want to? Shall I continue? Shall I? We have to get to the root of the why, because that's the only thing that is really going to help us propel forward. Because once you know your why, once you set your intention and you're honest about that intention, oh, the Lord gonna do the rest. He gonna do the rest. Don't make me shout. Oh, I just had to think of the blessing on today. I had to think of the blessing on today. Set your intention. Set your intention. So he said that he starts building anyway. He builds organically, and the people love him. He says he becomes an overnight celebrity, and you can't tell the difference between him and those with the majors backing them. He says he gets endorsement deals, he gets TV appearances, he travels the world working, and he pockets all of his money. He has the gift. He has the GIFT. He has the gift. He also says that guy B stumbled into the industry, and he stumbled into the industry because he was looking for something fun to do. So it wasn't really an assignment attached to it. It wasn't really a gift assigned to it. It was just something by happenstance. Come on, by happenstance. And so because of that, he's looking for the majors to help get him visible. He's looking for the majors to help get him on a platform. But the favor don't work the same. The gift don't work the same. The benefits don't work the same when you look at independent versus majors. And that's what Tony Gaskins was trying to share to us. So you guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap up because I apologize for the live stream cutting off and we having to do a part 2, but I'm going to end up trying to see if I can salvage what I was recording first that got cut off because I was still talking. So I believe the system that I'm using is going to still have it up until the point where I ended it, like on this end, but we're going to see. And then if that's possible, I'm going to combine both of these so that it can flow into one lesson. And then I'll share that out as a video lesson so that it can be more succinct because it's part 1 and part 2. So you all, let's go over what our reading assignment is going to be for tonight up until tomorrow. So the community post goes up at 9 a.m. That'll tell you what the page number is that we're reading inside of the book, as well as the powerful quote that I felt like I wanted to pull and share with you guys from today's reading. So we're going to be reading from page 207, which will allow us to close out chapter 17. And then we'll go into chapter 18 all the way up to 214. So your page assignments is from 207 to 214. And then we will be back here tomorrow night at 7 p.m. 9 a.m. is where the community post goes up. We have a full night tonight. We got ladies chat tonight. I need to watch that interview drop that Tony Gaskins shared. I'm just so excited. I cannot wait to hear it because when I just saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be so fire. This is going to be so fire. But thank everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I see Acacia's in the room, says top right. Hey, Lady Empire in the building. Hey, Lady Empire. So good to see you. Welcome on into this room. I'm so glad that you're here. Won't he do it? Yes, he will. Yes, he will. Yes, he will. Queen Lisa H in the building. So good to see y'all. Okay, everybody. I got to go. I love y'all dearly. I want to thank every single one of you guys for tuning into tonight's live stream. Thank you for your flexibilities. I apologize again for the technical difficulties. And thank you all to the DDTV fam, all of the Patreon family, everybody that's watching this live. I thank you guys so much. And thank you so much for coming over and subscribing and getting into these messages. And shout out to our moderators, Acacia and Q Scott in the room tonight. Thank you so much for doing all that you do, for keeping us informed and getting everybody real back in. Appreciate you guys so much. And we're going to be back tomorrow. Matter of fact, I'll see y'all on the ladies chat tonight on Tony Gaskins' page. If you have not subscribed to Tony Gaskins, make sure that you subscribe to his channel. Make sure that you also become a Blessed Tribe member if you want to be able to engage in the chat with the rest of us. Come on. And then if you really about that life, and you want to get your dream chasers supported even more, you want to join the Blessed Business Tribe, because the videos and the Blessed Business Tribe will bless your whole life. That is no lie. And it is probably going to bless your dreams life as well. So you guys, remember, your financial prosperity awaits you, and so does your financial sanity. You already know what I'm going to tell you to do. And that's what? Get to work. All right, you guys. Love y'all. See you tomorrow. All right.
The Debt Demolisher TV with Sophia Melone. The Debt Demolisher TV with Sophia Melone. The Debt Demolisher TV with Sophia